What is going on? We will give it a couple seconds, let some people hop in. It is a nasty rainy day and I am sitting outside of volleyball practice because I gotta wait. Hey, there's Chris, the striping guy. What's up, buddy? Yeah, so, hey, Truth Seeker, how are you? Yeah, so I figured I would just hop on, answer any kind of marketing questions, any kind of business questions. If you've got wash questions, I would definitely answer those as well. As you can see, it is a rainy day. I think it's Thursday, and I am sitting outside of my daughter's volleyball practice, and figured, what else should I do besides hop on here and jibber jabber and talk to you guys, answer some questions, hopefully help some folks with their business. If you've got any questions, let me know. What's up, Christine? What's up, Juan? God bless you too. Appreciate it. Chris, the striping guy. What's up, pal? So if you guys are not familiar with Chris, Chris has got a line striping business. He lives in Oklahoma, and he has absolutely taken this business and just catapulted it to levels that I am so impressed with. But a great guy, unbelievably intelligent, and he has done a phenomenal job building up his line striping business. And if you are not familiar with line striping, it is a perfect addition to, if you have a pressure washing business or any kind of home service business. Line striping is something that is, fairly easy to learn. There is obviously some investment, when you want to get into some of these bigger jobs, but you can actually get out there and start, putting together some pretty decent jobs with some bare minimum, equipment. And Chris has put together How to Stripe, which is a phenomenal training course, and it is the most in-depth training for line striping that is out there. We've had a lot of success with people that have gone through the course, they've gotten certified, and they are out there absolutely crushing it. But Chris has put this thing together and it is stout. So if you're interested, you can go to howtostripe.com and check it out there. That's howtostripe.com. So check that out. Let's see. Let's see. Not wash related, but would you be open to trying some homemade hot sauce? Absolutely. I absolutely love hot sauce. In fact, I have tried 2 new hot sauces, and this is completely off topic. So if you don't like hot sauce, go straight to hell. And I'm only kidding. I bought a bunch of these Quote IQ stickers to send out to users. So if you want those, send me an email and I'll send you some. But it was, oh man, I wish I could remember the name of the company. But they have a hot sauce company, and they sent this hot sauce in with the stickers. Sticker Mule. So Sticker Mule is who it was. And their hot sauce is phenomenal. And then my son, my second oldest son, was telling me about, he loves the Taco Bell hot sauce, little packets. He loves it. So he takes a bunch of them, he brings them home, he puts it on everything. And I actually found it at the store the other day, and that is phenomenal. It's really good. Really good. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, I would love some homemade hot sauce. How do you figure out what your power washing business is worth to sell? That's an interesting question. And there are multiple ways. There are multipliers for specific businesses, and it's normally 3 to 4x what your annual revenue is. And so that's one way to look at it. If you're actually interested in selling your pressure washing business and it's something that is, substantial enough, then there are people that can help broker deals. So something to think about. Let's see. Hey, Caesar, how are you, sir? Above and Beyond Soft Wash. Hello, Todd. I saw you were up with Joe. Hope you guys had a good time. That is really cool. That was a good video. Todd Catchow. Todd is another one of these guys that has grown his business from absolutely zero to, I think he's probably at multiple six figures this year. And I think it's year 3, if I'm not mistaken. I talk to a lot of guys, but Todd is awesome. And he is one of these guys that invests in himself. He invests in his business, in education, in surrounding himself with people that are where he wants to be. And it has proven to be something that has been incredibly beneficial for his business. But he's dedicated, he's committed, and he puts in the work. And those are the people that have the most success. Okay, Ken says, I've been using 12 and a half with Dawn's open water through a soap cannon. Dawn detergent. Through a soap cannon. For some reason, I'm having to go over vinyl houses 3 or 4 times to get rid of algae and mold. Any suggestions? Yes, get rid of the soap cannon. Use a long-range tip. You can get the tall reach tip from Southeast Soft Wash. They're phenomenal. They've got them for soft wash. They've got them for pressure washing. And I would probably stay away from Dawn. I don't think that's having an impact on your washing or the mildew and whatnot, like sticking. But you can, Dawn is formulated not to be used with bleach. If you're going to go that route, get a dish or a soap detergent, laundry detergent, which is actually formulated for bleach. But if you're using 12 and a half and vinyl isn't coming off, then something is off. So maybe, I would just get a chemical injector rated for your machine. Give that a try. So your next week for one-on-one. Yes, Gavin, what's up, brother? See you next week. So Gavin is actually, we just talked with him. Justin Rogers from Forever Self-Employed and myself are now doing one-on-one coaching, very, very small groups. And it's phenomenal. We've had great success. We had one guy after his first session with us closed a $10,000 deal. We had another guy who was relatively new. He was booking like 1 or 2 jobs a week, just booked a $30,000 contract. And, I can't take full credit for all of that, but it's again, surrounding yourself, just like I was talking about, surrounding yourself with the right people, investing in your business, and you will see the returns if you implement the changes that need to be made. So, Gavin, I'm looking forward to it. We will see you on Wednesday. And if anybody else is interested in the one-on-one coaching, I did put a link in the description of this live, so you can go, you can fill out the form. We will kind of evaluate to see if it's a good fit, and if it is, then we'll reach out, have a conversation with you, kind of go a little bit more in depth of what exactly it is that we are doing in these 8 weeks, and if it's the right fit for you, then we'll see you next week or whatever session it is. Okay, yes, send me a message because you need my address. Okay, I'm trying to start a business and I planned out how much everything starting is going to cost, but I want to know how much to charge per square foot to beat out some more prominent competition. Okay, there's a lot of ways to go about it. There are national averages that you can look at. Inside of Quote IQ, we have national averages for pretty much every home service industry because we built Quote IQ for the home service industry. So if you don't have a CRM, check it out. You can send estimates. My car is stopping. Estimates, invoices, collect payments, all for free. But you can also try out any of our tiers for $1 for the first month, including InstaQuote, self-schedule, all of those awesome things. See if it's a good fit for your business. But we do have the national averages in there. But I would suggest that you and I hate when people do this to me, but call a couple of these guys, get some pricing, see where they're at. But don't try to be, it's not a race to the bottom, right? Learn the value that you offer, go after the best customers that have the most money because it's not always about price. So don't think that you have to be the cheapest guy to get the most business. You don't. In fact, the best customers are not necessarily interested in just the price alone. So that would be my advice to you, sir. Jake, how do you know what chemical concentrations used for different substances? Is there a standard most used? Well, you encounter a lot of different surfaces and there are a lot of different chemicals that you can use. There's oxidation, there's rust removal, there is, grease and oil where you would need a degreaser. There are surfactants that come into play. There is a multitude of different detergents. And then of course, the sodium hypochlorite that we use every single day for, the organic growth on houses and roofs and things of that nature. So how do you figure all that out? You can do it the hard way and figure it out all on your own. Go to Google and go to the YouTube and watch my channel and all that. Or you can go and get How to Wash and get. I mean, we've always got a nice little discount, but How to Wash is going to teach you absolutely everything, all the chemicals, how to mix them, what substance or what chemicals to use on what surfaces, the mix ratios, the dilutions, everything. And then also we talk about how to wash every surface, the equipment needed, breakdowns of everything, and we're adding new stuff all the time. And if you want the free safety program, I've actually unlocked the safety part of How to Wash. There's a link down there for that, so you can go check that out for yourself. And I just break down, safety, PPE, all of the things that you might encounter, because that's something that I want everybody to have access to. You don't have to buy How to Wash, but I want you to be safe out there. So I've unlocked that, so you can check that out for yourself if you would be interested. Payne's Pressure Washing, hello from Germany. Why are you in Germany? That is awesome though. KTM, got all my equipment in a F550. Those are badass, with a 600-gallon water tank. In the business for 25 years myself, 4 years with somebody else. I'm tired. I'm 52, and I'm thinking of getting done soon. Very busy all the time. Well, it sounds like you built up a great business, and after 25 years by yourself and 4 years with someone else, that is a lot. I'm almost 50 years old, so I can feel the tiredness. Yeah, I mean, are you looking to, and were you the one that was asking about selling the business? If not, interested to know what your end plan. Hey, Ken, you're welcome, buddy. Caesar, I want to do work for schools. Can you tell me who I should look to talk to? Yeah, I mean, you need to find, like, it's public schools, probably county, at least down here. They're, run by the counties. So you would need to find facilities managers, superintendents would be able to point you in the right direction. They might be a little easier to find. And then if you can kind of get in front of them, they might, pass you along to the right people. That's what I would do. How to start pressure washing business in India. From Demon, that's a terrifying name. I hope, starting a pressure washing business in India is going to be the same as it is anywhere else. There's a lot of steps that you need to take in order to, kind of vet yourself and see if you actually want to be doing, this type of work, if there's a market for it. I don't know much about India, but if there's dirty stuff and there are people that want to pay you to clean it, by all means, dive in a little deeper and see what you need to do to get started. Has anyone ever told you look like Pedro Pascal? Yes, the president of Texas just told me that I look like Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I get that all of the time. In fact, just the other day, some guy was asking if I was Pedro Pascal. I'm in Maine. I used to do ice dams and frozen water lines in Sepik. Now I'm on vacation at my Florida house in the winter and not work. That is great. What's up, Mike? Get these boys in the inner circle. Lots of knowledge there. Thank you, Nate. The inner circle is phenomenal. So, if anybody is interested in that, you can get more information on that at pwcourse.com. And if you're watching the video and you like what you see, if you watch my channel, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and that lets YouTube know that, this is worth, a couple minutes of someone's time. Should I charge a flat rate or charge per square foot? You can charge both ways. I like to do kind of a hybrid model of quoting, using a bunch of different things. But, your flat rate and your square foot price is based on your business, and that's it. All right, your numbers, your overhead, your cost. You need to know what your hourly rate is, so then you can determine how much you should charge. You can break that down to a per square foot as well. So lots of different, a business trip. Oh man. Let's see. Samuel Coyer. Hey, Mike, I've mainly been working in residential, but as winter comes, I'd like to do more commercial. What's the best ways for me to reach out to property managers? Man, find out the people that you want to talk to. Email them, text them if you can get their mobile number. Go and see them in person. You got to be relentless. You got to let them know but you got to be professional. You got to be courteous, and you don't want to be overbearing. There is a fine line, but people, if you can add value to somebody's life, if you can make their life easier, their job easier, and you can convey that in a way that is, coherent and people can understand, and they can understand that, Mike actually is probably a pretty good resource for me to have. I'm going to keep his information. Maybe we're not ready now, but we might be in the future. And, he spoke intelligently. He conveyed the value that his company offers and the services that they provide. It's something that we probably will use. So I'm going to keep his information. So those are the ways that, how do you find them? Google. You just kind of got to get deep into it and figure out, where you're targeting, right? Is it commercial warehouses? Is it property management companies? Is it apartments, multifamily? Figure that out and then go from there. Dude, he does look like Pedro Pascal. Yeah. So many people in the business don't wear masks with respirators. The SH is so bad to inhale. Yeah. In that free safety course, that there's a link down below if you're interested in that, we do talk about respirators. We do talk about the importance of respirators. And then I also say that do as I say, not as I do, because, I'm not in the field, so I'm not actually, applying the bleach on a regular basis. I will get out there and, hang out with the guys every once in a while, but I never wear a respirator, and I probably should. In fact, I know I should, but whatever. Gas stations, Alabama, are they worth approaching? So far, it's been foreigners and they don't care, or they are super cheap. Most stations here are nasty. Waste of time or keep pushing. Mr. Toybox, that is a great question and quite an analysis, which I tend to agree that there are a lot of gas stations, convenience stores that are owned by people of non-American descent, and it's not about the cleanliness. It's not about the upkeep. It's not about the maintenance of the property. It's about, getting people in and selling them, Swisher Sweets and, Gatorade, whatever. And they're not concerned. There are tons and tons of high-end convenience stores and gas stations that actually do care. They do have regular maintenance schedules, and they do hire people to do this for them. We've got 2 chains right here where I live, and like, you go into their, like, they pride themselves on the cleanliness, and these are the places that you want to target. So yes, find the ones that aren't cheap, that do care, and by all means continue to go after them because they are worth it. Hello, I'm starting new 2.6 GPM pressure washer, 14-inch surface cleaner, and using SH only as a pre and post clean. Is it worth it or an advantage to having an LLC and insurance first? Well, absolutely. You want to have an LLC and you want to have insurance. Both of these things are very important for multiple reasons. A, it legitimizes your business. B, if you don't and something happens, you're screwed. An LLC separates your business from your personal assets. So if you're working and you've got an LLC and something, God forbid, happens and you damage something, you hurt something, you hurt somebody, and you get sued, they can go after your business, but they can't go after your personal stuff. So that's the advantage of it. That's one of the advantages of an LLC. And then, of course, having general liability insurance, and in some cases workers' compensation, depending on how, what your approach is and what you have to do, in your business or your locality. You want to have that too, because something does happen and you don't want to spend $20,000 to repaint a Mercedes that happened to get, probably not 20,000, $5,000, 10, whatever, to repaint a Mercedes that had bleach, that got the wind blew over it. You didn't realize it, and their paint job got screwed. And now you have to repaint that. Do you want to come out of pocket, or do you want your general liability to cover that for you? I want my general liability to cover that for me, because I don't want to pay to have, her Mercedes painted, if that makes sense. So yes, definitely something to think about. So if you guys are watching and you've got questions about business, if you've got questions about, the back end, which is the most important thing, right? The marketing, the sales, anything like that, please leave them in the comment section down below and I will get to it. Like I said, it's raining. I am at my daughter's volleyball practice. I'm waiting in the parking lot, which is not normal. She usually stays after school. She had an orthodontist appointment. I left the orthodontist and we had it, long story short. So now, instead of driving back and forth, I'm here and I'm talking to you guys. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know, because that's what I'm here. I'm here to provide value and help you guys grow your business, get better, make more money, because ultimately, it's what we do. Okay, dumpster pads, drive-throughs with fast food places, pass or do them? Same question. Yeah, so when we first started, all we were doing was dumpster pads. receiving areas and like front sidewalks and building fronts for, I don't know, 25, 30 restaurants in Savannah. It was route work. It was every week. And these were both high. I mean, we had like Bay Street Blues, which is just kind of a little dive bar. And, you know, it was a little teeny section, but, you know, I think they paid us like $125 every week. And, you know, you start stacking those, that turns into a pretty decent business. And then, you know, when you're out there every Sunday, every Saturday, every Monday, whatever the case is, the other business owners, they see you and they're like, oh, these guys are consistent. They do a good job. You know, the Outback, whatever, Vinny's Pizza, everything looks good and our place looks like shit. We need to get with these guys. So yes, go after those. And there are going to be cheap ass places like Sonic. Sonic is terrible. Sonic is unbelievably cheap. It's a national company and, you know, they don't want to pay. They've got budgets. If you go to Zaxby's that are locally owned, they are willing to pay. So even fast food chains vary, but you got to find out who they are and which ones are good, and then attack the ones that are good. So pursue. I was wondering what you were talking about. Okay, Damon, you conquer both pressure washing business and YouTube game too. Can I know some insight about being a business YouTube channel? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's the value that you can provide, connecting with people. And actually, you know, like there's a lot of YouTube channels that are in the same niche, right? And there are guys that have been doing it for, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they're out here trying to help. And I'm all about help, right? And everybody can add value. Everybody can help other people. But like, how legitimate are you if you have got no experience? If you've got, you know, you haven't done it. I've done it. I've been doing this for 20 years. My pressure washing business is very successful. Are there others that are more successful? There are tons of other pressure washing businesses and lawn care businesses and whatever that far eclipse what we do. But then you have to ask, okay, am I gaining value here? Am I learning? You know, does Mike provide? So if you can provide value to a large audience, then your channel will grow. Okay, what else? Hey, Mike, you're a good man. Thank you for this info. You're welcome, David. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing your experience. You're welcome. Is pressure washing a real job? I don't know. Harold, what do you do for a living? Is pressure washing a real job? Yeah, like one of my guys, he makes about $75,000 a year plus tips plus bonuses. So, you know, and he works for me. I'm the business owner. And so he certainly doesn't make more than I do. So I would say that, yeah, pressure washing could be a pretty lucrative job, whether you're working for somebody that is willing to pay you what you're worth, or you want to do it yourself and keep it all for yourself. So yeah, pressure washing is a very legitimate business. There are several guys on here that are in the comment section right now that are making multiple six figures. And I would bet, Harold, that they're probably doing better than you. So I can pressure wash my driveway on my own. Harold, again, that's awesome. And there are lots of people that are, you know, they can't afford to pay somebody else. They're too poor. They've got a poor mindset. Their time isn't worth much. So they'd rather spend their entire weekend pressure washing their house and their driveway. And that's fine, right? Like, I trade my money for time because I don't mow my own lawn. I've got a cleaning lady that comes in just once a week. You know, we've got people that do a lot of stuff. I don't wash my own car. I've got somebody that comes and does that. So I'm willing to trade my money for my time, and most of our customers are willing to do that as well. People like you, Harold, that probably, you know, are limited on their funds, financially inept, whatever the case is. You know, you do it yourself, and that's awesome, right? That's awesome. When I was a young man, I had that same mindset, right? But I also didn't have any money. So it's awesome though. Surface cleaners must have a giant markup. $1,200 for a swivel, a bar, and a handle with aluminum deck. Yes, you should get into the surface cleaning business, the manufacturing of surface cleaners. But yeah, so surface cleaners make your life so much easier. They make you more efficient. You can get stuff done faster. I would rather be able to clean, you know, 4 driveways in a day with the surface cleaner and pay $1,200 for all that than do it with a wand and it take 3 days. So, you know, again, it's a mindset thing. There are costs that are involved. You don't have to invest that much money, But if you do, you're going to see better results. It's just like with our one-on-one training. You don't have to take any training from anybody. You don't have to be held accountable by anybody. You don't have to be given a blueprint that you can follow and implement. But if you do make that investment, you're going to see a huge return on your investment, right? And you're going to see a huge return on, well, a huge increase in everything that you do. It's just like a surface cleaner. Education is the same thing. Knowledge. These are all things that make you much better. But yeah, they are ridiculously, but you can get a really good surface cleaner. Like we just bought a BE surface cleaner from L&H Industrial here in Savannah. And I think it was a 20-inch, perfect for an 8-gallon per minute machine. And maybe it was like $600. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but, you're welcome. Thanks a lot, Mike. Really appreciate the value you provide. I appreciate that. Thank you. Where are you located? I'm at my daughter's school right now. She's over there playing volleyball. But no, we're in Georgia, Southeast Georgia. I feel like surface cleaners are overpriced. You can get a badass zero-turn mower. Why not a 3500 zero-turn mower with surface cleaner mounted where the deck goes for big jobs? Dude, they've got these beautiful big, zero-turn surface cleaners. I've never used one. I've seen them, and I'm not sold. I mean, if you're doing a bunch of parking garages, then yes, that's awesome. But then I see like, like hose management, there's multiple guys, machines, trailers, water, and then this thing. I don't know. I'd like to see kind of like a duel between, a super proficient guy with a big surface cleaner and a machine and one of those zero turn things and see, how they compare. Because I just think that there's a lot of moving parts that could, whatever. What's your number one question you ask your contact on a commercial walkthrough? One-on-one training. We go over my commercial script, everything that I ask, exactly the way that I set everything up. So I am pretty much locked in on exactly where the prices are every single job that I quote. We don't get them all the time, but that's all in the one-on-one training. Sorry, Caesar. Pressure washing by Avery. Marketing. Do you think it's worth having marketing material flyers for each target, i.e. new construction, schools, apartments, complex, or one general flyer? You could do like a trifold and hit all of the main things. And I apologize if the rain is loud. Yeah, I mean, having marketing material is very important, but I think a lot of people lean too heavily on marketing material, like little handouts, because like postcards are great. Like we use those, we send them out. They generate, good business for us. If you're doing a trade show, then yeah, have some flyers or something like that. But like for me, like I'm a salesman at heart. I've always been in sales since I graduated from college. I have been in sales, and a lot of the guys that I had worked with, they're like, oh, I need samples and I need brochures, and you don't need any of that. What you need is a solid foundation of knowledge about the product or the service that you provide, and then have the ability to communicate the value that you're offering, right? We talk about features and benefits and all that stuff. At the end of the day, most people don't care about, PSI or GPM or chemicals or anything like that. Okay, this is the issue that I have. Are you capable of solving it? Yes, we are. This is how. Keep it short, keep it simple. Are they going to read a flyer? No. Are they going to keep the flyer? No. Are you going to spend a bunch of money on a bunch of pretty stuff, have it designed? Yes. And then it's going to go in the trash can, because if you're able to convey, then I don't think all of that's necessary. So I would do a trifold with all of your services, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's that important. It can give you a little bit of credibility if you've got a high quality, well-designed, flyer or whatever. Then they can say, oh, this is a legitimate business. This isn't just some chuck in a truck. So there are some benefits, and I'm not saying that it's not good to have. On track to hit 200K second year in. Love it. Crush it. Keep going. Mike, how do you stay busy in the winter months? Does the season slow down there in Georgia? Yeah, so we do stay busy but we are susceptible to all of the same things that everybody else is. Our season is pretty much year round. We see a slowdown, the typical summer slowdown that we are just coming out of. Like we are fucking, pardon my French, we are slammed right now. And like just the scheduling right now, we've had a couple rain days, so it's like we're just stacked in scheduling. And so but we were slow just like everybody else, but it's typical. And if you can know this and you plan for it, then you're going to be okay. moving right, like this time we're really busy. Then we will start to see a slowdown right after Thanksgiving because people start focusing on, decorations for Christmas and things like that. So, you know, I think what's the best way? The first question is, in Georgia, do you slow down? We do slow down to some degree, but not enough to where I have to lay anybody off or get super concerned about income, right? We stay busy. What else can you do? Christmas lights are huge, right? We don't personally do them. I work with a guy called Ryan, and he's got a soft washing, pressure washing business here in Savannah. And so I'll promote Christmas lighting and outsource it to him, and he will do the jobs. And, we've got a little thing worked out. But Christmas lighting is something that is freaking awesome. You can make a ton of money doing Christmas lights in a very short, amount of time. I mean, I know guys that have started like year one and make between $10,000 and $20,000 a year. They hustle. They know they've already started marketing, because now is the time to start marketing for Christmas lights. If you start in November, you're late to the game. So get started now if that's something that you want to do. But you can offer all kinds of other services as well. And if you're interested in Christmas lighting, we have the Christmas Light Boot Camp. I think it's like an 8-hour course that Glenn Jernigan, who does this for a living, put together for you guys. And it goes over absolutely every aspect of, the lighting, Christmas lighting, holiday lighting, from, the installation, what to buy, how to install it, all the tips and tricks that he's learned over the past couple years. He does, probably over $100,000 in like 3 months, doing Christmas lights. My friend Ryan, he's looking to do over $200,000 this year alone, just in Christmas lights. So very short season, and something that, it would be beneficial to a lot of people. Let's see. This aspect ratio is ass. I'm sorry. Anyone in Ohio hiring? I don't know. How do you recommend pricing graffiti removal? How long is it going to take? How difficult is it going to be? Do you have the right stuff to do it? And yeah, just short charge accordingly. If you know what your hourly rate is, you know what your costs are, then it's kind of a fluid thing, because every one of those jobs is different. There's no, cut and paste way to do that. I agree it's worth the money, but it just seems like they're overpriced. Yeah, they probably are. Yes, B is the best. I was really talking whisper wash. Yeah, $18K for them. Yeah, I'm doing parking. Wow, those are some big ass prices. And he's talking about like the 0-turn mower, or not. It's a 0-turn surface cleaner. Phone's about to die. Let's see. I can wash my own driveway in my. Okay, that's good. I can wash my own driveway on my own. That's cool. Harold, you can leave. You don't have to watch, actually. It would be all right if you didn't. I seen one coming out. It's like the robot vacuums, but in surface clean. Oh, I've seen those too. That would be cool. EDDM and high-end neighborhoods, any luck? Yeah, Every Door direct mail is phenomenal. We have an ongoing program, not a program, but we are sending, I want to say 5,000 postcards every 2 weeks to very high-end neighborhoods, very strategically chosen. We use zip codes, we use income levels, we use occupation to target the right people, and we've been very successful. We use a company called Postcard Mania, and I'll put a link for them. For your first order with them, they'll give you 1,000. This is for an order, not just because you call them, but they'll give you 1,000 free postcards if you use the link that I will put down in the conversation, or the whatever comments. I agree. Tend to think it's a little conversation starter. Yeah. I mean, again, we were talking about flyers and whatnot. Good evening, Mike. Any recommendations on software or apps to help keep clients' quotes? Isaac. Yes, I've got a recommendation. It's called Quote IQ. I'm the co-founder of Quote IQ. I love Quote IQ. You can send estimates, invoices, collect payments, keep track of all your customers. There's more features in that I have time to talk about. But yeah, check it out. It's phenomenal. Quote IQ, myquoteiq.com. You can try it for $1 for your first month. See everything that's in there, and I'm a big fan of it. If there's anybody else in here that uses Quote IQ, let Isaac know what you think about it. Can you do a vid on how to big hotels? I just submitted $25,000 for Cambria Suites in my area, 133,000 square feet. Hey, George. Yeah, absolutely. I never heard back from you, George. George was interested in the one-on-one coaching, and this is something that we would go over in that with you and really help you kind of nail down everything that you need to know to land these big commercial jobs. And if anybody's interested in one-on-one coaching, there's information below for that. You're welcome. Meat of the day, Kurt Edmonds. Filet mignon. I actually went to the Ogeechee meat market on the way here. I got 3 beautiful fillets, and I got, what did I get? I want to say it's some kind of chicken. It may be jerk chicken. But I got that because I was going to grill it after volleyball practice is over. But I forgot my wife was going out to dinner with her couple of her friends, and so me and the kids are on our own, so we'll probably drive through like Zaxby's. I love Zaxby's salads, but the fillets are phenomenal. EDDM is the best kept secret. Absolutely. Every door direct mail, if you're not familiar, it allows you to target with precision the ideal customers. So if you guys need help with that, go to postcardmania.com, tell them that I sent you. Needed to hear that. I'm about to target the high-end areas. I will call them on Monday. I almost tried them with my roofing company. Thanks, Mike, for confirming. Any ad suggestion? They will help you design everything. They've got phenomenal the whole place is great, right? From top to bottom, they've got like the greatest support, the greatest customer support. They will help you with the design. They will help you with the implementation, help you target. Like they are really, really good. So yeah, I highly recommend them. I knew that was going to be your response to Isaac. So I've been trying to get into fast food restaurants, but they all claim that they do it themselves, but they're so black you can't tell the difference between the concrete and the asphalt. Yeah, they do them themselves, and they don't do a good job. I see, I'm a sucker, and my daughter tricks me into getting her Starbucks like probably once or twice a week before school. And when she runs in to get it, I look across, and there's always a dude at McDonald's that's like, he's got a hose and like a spray bottle, and I don't know what the hell he's doing, but that's what they call it. Places like that, they don't care. Find the places that do care. But yeah, if you can find locally owned fast food chains, and they are like Chick-fil-A's, places like that, Zaxby's, a lot of them, they're coming out of pocket, so they want them done, and they care. So I would target those places. And there's some sneaky tactics also to figure out who are the owners of these places and how to reach them. But that's not something that we just give away. We do go over that in the one-on-one coaching though. Let's see. So I've been trying to get in. Okay, that one. Do you still pressure wash? When can you do a live on field, washing a house or something? I've got employees, Harold, and my guys do the work. I manage the business. But do I ever go live? I don't go live in the field, but like if you go to my channel, we've pretty much not every video, but a lot of videos are me on site, talking to the guys, walking through jobs. But yeah, check out the channel. It doesn't sound like you're a subscriber or you're in the pressure washing business. Yes, hotels, same, lots of foreign washing a house or something worth going after. Yes, hotels are worth going after. We do a lot of hotels. A lot of them are locally owned by people of foreign descent, but they're typically part of a bigger, like Cambria Suites, Hilton, Hampton Inn, Doubletree. There are corporate regulations and mandates and things that they have to abide by, and that is the upkeep of the property. Now, if you're going after like Red Roof Inn and some of these other shitty places, there's not going to be any kind. They don't care. They're charging by the hour for the rooms, right? My kind of protocol is if the doors are on the outside, they don't care. If the doors are on the inside, they probably are going to be more, but also it doesn't hurt to go and talk to every single person at anywhere that you want to clean, right? The more contacts that you can make, the better off you are, because maybe they don't need you, but maybe they know somebody that does. And then they're like, oh yeah, this guy just came in. He left me his card. He was really sharp. Sounded like he knew what he was doing. He'd probably do a really good job. Here's his information, right? It's the little things. It's compounding over time. And if you can have that compounding effect in your marketing and word of mouth, God, your business will be unstoppable. Okay. Trying to get the money together. Jobs are slow right now. I hear you, George. It should be picking up though. Would it be a dick move to call the health department? No, don't do that. But I wouldn't be opposed to walking into a place where, you know, it's absolutely disgusting and say, hey, can I talk to the manager? I was just out by the dumpster area and I wanted to talk with him about that. It really smells bad. And he's going to come out because, you know, he doesn't know if you're a customer or not. And, you know, you just say, hey, man, like, I was walking by and I noticed it smelled bad. It looked bad. I own a pressure washing business and we actually do a lot of work for other restaurants in the area. And a couple of them were just fined a ton of money by the health department. The health inspectors are actually going around right now doing all this. So if you're interested, we can give you a price. We can get you on the schedule and get you taken care of real quick so you don't get any fines, right? Is it true? No. But, you know, it's a false sense of urgency that might help. So that's a freebie for you. You're welcome. What is the key to hiring good employees? Just lost 2 out of 4 of mine, and I'm dreading the long training process when I rehire. Vet the ever-living shit out of them, right? Make them jump through so many hoops before they even get to meet you in person that shows you they are serious, shows you they can show up on time, shows you they can answer the phone on time. I go through all of that in our one-on-one training. It's also in the next level training program. If you've got that, I go over, you know, basically I call it the employee vortex because it really can be absolutely shitty training somebody up for months or weeks and then they suck, right? But if you vet them before and you pay them enough, right? That's one of the downsides or one of the things that I ran into early on was I wasn't paying people enough and I was getting exactly what I paid for. Now I pay top dollar and I've got top-notch guys that have been with me for 5-6 years, right? That's what I want. But it was back when I started paying really well is why I've got the same guys because I value them, I pay them what they're worth, and I appreciate the hell out of what they do. And these are all things that can create, you know, good employees. Let's see. Haha, thanks, Mike. I figured anyone out there actively using, please DM me. I don't think you can DM on this. Who's betting on the Chiefs this weekend? I am betting on the Steelers. That is our team. We just went up to Atlanta this past weekend. Steelers versus the Falcons. Chris Boswell kicked 5 field goals. He was the only person that scored for the Steelers. It was not the most exciting game, but it was a W, and Kirk Cousins got his ass whooped, so that's good. And we started with Justin Fields, not, what's his name, Russell Wilson, so still a win, so that's good. Let's see. What's the difference between a joke? Cost for one-on-one coaching. Fill out the form and we'll give you a call. We can talk. I've been struggling with Google ads for the past year. I hired a company and they were terrible. Do you have any suggestions or advice, or is Google ads a thing of the past? Thank you. No, Google ads is how we generate a tremendous amount of business. For my business, we've been around a long time. And with that being said, word of mouth, repeat customers are our number one source of our jobs that we do. Google ads is next, or Google ads, Google preferred. All of these things are very important, and it's ever changing. But what I've found is the guys that run agencies typically they don't care. And, you know, there are exceptions. There are people that run agencies that are really good. In fact, we just started using a guy called Jacob, and Jacob is a student of Google. He is constantly, you know, learning and evolving and educating himself on the newest and, you know, best ways to get the most eyeballs on your ads. And so that's who I use for my Google ads now. I used to do them all by myself, and having somebody that actually knows what they're doing and cares what they're doing is a huge benefit. And Jacob actually comes in for our one-on-one training, and he does an entire day of just Google ads. And that alone is probably worth what the cost of it is. Apartment complex is worth signing up. Yes. Sign up for every local association for any type of industry that you're trying to get into. Property managers, apartment complexes. huge, huge. But I love, we do tons of apartments. Hey, I'm 17, trying to start a pressure washing business. What is the best way to get, first few clients? Leverage friends and family. Use people that you know. That's what I would do. Even if you have to do it for free, video it, get before and after pictures, get those reviews, and then, build on that. Let's see. I saw a Chipotle in my city with one of their employees with a Home Depot pressure washer, but wouldn't want to pay me less than their daily wage to get it done 10 times faster with him. Their loss. Yeah, a lot of restaurants are stupid, Kurt. Kurt is one of the guys in our first, or not our first, but this last one-on-one coaching session. Kurt has had phenomenal results. He's crushing it and continues to. But he's also one of the guys that, like I said, if you don't take and implement, you're not going to see the results. So let's see. Have to keep up. Makes total sense. Love it. Mustang. When can I spray on my vinyl siding before I pressure wash it? Spray bleach on it. That's a good one. Sodium hypochlorite. Brandon, thank you. You're welcome. New business acquisition at the level your business is at. Do y'all really get new customers by cold calling, walking in places, or are y'all making these new contacts through some other means? No, we actually still, I mean, I don't necessarily cold call anymore per se, but if I'm somewhere that I see something that, would be something that we wanted to tackle, I will go in and I will talk to people. But no, apartment complexes, stuff like that, I will go and I will meet the managers and I will introduce myself. Property management companies. I'm friends with a lot of real estate people. I'm friends with a lot of property management people, and a lot of business owners just from, being around for so long. I'm an older gentleman. And so I know a lot of people, but, that's the benefit of, one of the benefits of being around for a long time. So, good stuff there. Let's see. Yes, he will teach us. Gavin's in the next class. Yeah, he's going to teach you everything. So Gavin was just telling us, we just got off the phone with him, and he was telling us that he tried 2 different Google agencies and they both were not great. And so he was asking, some of the marketing stuff that we're going to be going over, is it going to benefit him? And yeah, because we do bring him in. So yeah. Kurt, if you don't sign up for their courses, you hate improvement. Definitely worth the investment. Love it. Just go to the manager's office and ask for the business. Yeah. I mean, that's it. And so with apartment complexes, they budget in usually winter, because they're getting their year-end budgets for the next year. So that's when they start calling everybody. So get in there now and say, hey, I don't know if you've already got it. If you've already, set a budget, if you've already got estimates, please let me, provide an estimate because I'd really love your business. But again, this is stuff that I go over in that training program, not the program, but the training. This is not a paid ad. No, it's not, Kurt. Thank you. Real estate agents worth buying breakfast at sales meetings. Yes, most large brokerage firms have weekly or monthly meetings where they bring everybody in, and if you can sponsor that either with a breakfast or if you think about who the real estate agents are, they're mostly females and housewives that are bored, and so they don't want donuts and shit like that. So I would ask them, there's an office manager, what do they like, and then say, I'd like to sponsor your next meeting. You could leave your business cards. If they give you 5 minutes to talk, that would be great. Don't bore them. Just go in and be charming and, kind of tell them the benefits of why a clean listing or something that their, potential buyer would want to see, easy sell and offer, referrals as well. I like how you did that, Mike. Hello, is Craigslist still a viable way to start my small cleaning business? I used to use Craigslist early on. But I don't think it is. Are people on Craigslist the people that you want to service? Probably not. People that are on Craigslist are looking for free furniture that's left out at the street and yard sales. Typically, probably not our ideal customer. But, if and I think, I don't know, I haven't been on Craigslist for many years. I don't know if you have to pay to list on Craigslist anymore or post on Craigslist. But it might be viable for like backlinks, you know, if you've got a website and you want to increase traffic, and you know, if you can link, and Craigslist is, you know, it's a legit thing, something to think about there. Facebook ads, is that a spring thing year round? We do it. We do everything year round. I don't, you know, take my foot off the gas at all on any of our marketing, because when you do that, your leads start slowing down. I want as much lead flow as I can all year round. I pulled a $20,000 a year client from a $5. Wow, nice. That's phenomenal. Thanks for doing this, Mike. You're welcome. Hey, Mr. Toybox, you need to like go fill out that form, because just the questions you're asking the right questions. But I think we could help you really get to where you need to be. They won't let you backlink. Oh, okay. So is this phone number the main contact for appointment setting? So is a phone number the main contact for appointment setting? I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Daniel. I use InstaQuote on my website, and then people that use InstaQuote then have the ability to schedule themselves. So they quote themselves and they schedule themselves. And that's what I like, because I don't want to talk to anybody. We have two answering services. I've got the virtual call center that I use for one of the numbers, which so I can kind of figure out which marketing is working the best. And then I've got my regular call, like live person, that the main number goes to, and that's who answers. So is the phone number the main contact? Yeah. But yeah, phone numbers are great. But volleyball practice is over in about 2 minutes, so I am going to get off. So if anybody's got any more questions, hit me up before I get off and have to drive home and feed children. So hey, and also, you know, give the old video a thumbs up. Tell YouTube that you like the channel, that you got some value out of it. It definitely helps the channel, and I would love that. When is the next live? Justin and I will be going live tomorrow, probably around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. We do go live every Friday, so that you get 2 for 1, me and Justin. And we'd love to see you there as well. And then like when I go live, I just go live when I'm bored or I don't have anything else going on, and I'm very, you know, I got a lot going on. So I don't go live as much as I always, you know, as I used to. Who do you use for your live call service now? A company called BidSlot, BIDSLOT. That's the live service. And obviously we use Quote IQ call center for our virtual call team. And if anybody wants that, you can go to myquoteiq.com. You can actually call the number, talk to the robot that answers the phone, and ask it questions and try to stump it and see how it does. But it's great, and it's very, very inexpensive. It's a fraction of the cost of my live team, and so something that is of tremendous value because you need to answer every single call, even if it's virtual. It's better than it going to voicemail. So that is it. I appreciate you guys being on here, and that's it. We'll talk later, guys. Oh, Pristine, the virtual call system is awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Kentucky, what's going on, brother? Man, I was so lucky. I got to go live with these guys on their channel a couple weeks ago, and it was really fun. We need to do that again. So let's schedule that. But man, yeah, I'm about to hop off, guys. Been on for about 53 minutes. The girls aren't out yet. So if anybody has any more questions, hit them quick, and I'll answer. If not, I hope everybody has a great evening. And I'm sure the other parents are looking at me like, this guy's an absolute idiot. Who's he talking to? Who's he talking to? Because most people don't have any clue what I do. What are your thoughts on expanding? Expanding my business or expanding your business? Mike the man. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. How are you, sir? Do you max out in your area first? Yes. Well, and you can expand multiple ways. You can expand by adding multiple trucks. That's how we expanded initially. You know, at our height, I think we had, I know we had 6 trucks going, and then we scaled back, and now I'm at a point with all my other stuff that it's manageable where we are right now, and I don't really want to expand. But max out what you're capable of doing in your market, and then you can expand outwards, right? I don't know where you're from, but like here, there's probably 20 to 30 pressure washing companies, and I'm hoping they all stay really busy. And so that leads me to believe that it's a market share thing, and I need to get better at what I do to expand and take business from others. So, you know, if you're in a huge metropolitan area, then it would be very difficult to like max out. It would be easier maybe to expand to other locations. And I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. You're in Atlanta, but have ties in South Carolina. We're in South Carolina. I grew up in Atlanta. Trailers or skids as you grow. Thoughts? I am a big fan of trailers, always have been. We've never had a skid, so I can't talk about them. I know that skids are freaking awesome, and a lot of guys have them. And, you know, like Cody over at Southeast Softwash builds amazing skids. And, you know, with that being said, you can make a shit ton of money with just a skid. As much as you can with anything else. You know, water, you know, I don't know. I mean, I like trailers because say your truck goes down, then you don't have to worry about like pulling the skid out, you know, whatever. You can just go rent a truck or use another truck and pull your trailer. But, you know, ideally you'd like to have a skid and a trailer. That would be the best. So I don't know. Can I ask, do you have any tips for doing the bottom half of a house and dealing with the dirt spray? As of right now, I'm hitting the bottom first, then double backing top, but I'm pretty new. Well, we rinse from top down. So by the time you get down, and don't use high pressure, right? Low pressure. We're letting the chemicals do the job. If you need help, check out How to Wash. There's a link for that below. You can use promo code Mike. I think I made that up. I don't know. But you know, hit me up. You can email me. I'll send you a link and we can get you a good price, but lots of information there about everything you need to know about how to wash if you're just starting out. I thought about doing marketing under my company name in South Carolina, but subbing the workout. Yeah, if you've got connections and you think you can do that, by all means, do it. A lot of guys do that. It's a smart thing to do. You're welcome. What do you suggest to get the trailers insured commercially? Well, that would, you know, you just go like we go through our the people that we get our general liability insurance, you know, they will insure all of your equipment. But typically, if the trailer is attached to the truck that's insured, then the trailer is. But yeah, I would just talk. I'm not an insurance agent, and that was many years ago. The invoices come and they're automatically paid, so I don't even know what we pay for insurance and exactly what coverage we have. But I know it's adequate for everything that we do. Let's see. So that's it. We'll give it a couple more minutes. If you've got trailer covered, but not the equipment unless it's added. Trailer covered, but not the equipment unless it's added. Right. So yeah. And we did that all through our general liability, insurance provider. Okay. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for like an hour or so. We'll be live tomorrow. And just to kind of recap, if you need business software, check out Quote IQ, get it for $1, and it is absolutely phenomenal. We're working on it every single day. We also, and I totally forgot this, Quote IQ Cam. Check that out. If you guys are interested in that, there's a link down below, but it allows you to take pictures, document everything. There's all kinds of forms and whatnot, inspection forms. So you can keep all of your videos and photos for your business in the cloud in Quote IQ Cam. And we've also got probably the coolest before and after picture taker ever. When I scroll through Instagram or wherever and I see these before and afters, they're terrible. People are terrible. And it's like, is that even the same place? Because you're like taking it from two different angles and different, you know, but with ours, it's got this cool overlay so you can line them up perfectly, edit them, and they look phenomenal. So check that out. And obviously, if you're interested in one-on-one training, there's, you know, information down below for that. It's not for everybody. It's not free. It's not cheap, but it definitely is going to elevate your business and get you to where you want to be. We give you the blueprint. We hold you accountable. It's 8 weeks. It's Justin and I, and you want to get in on this. So that is it, guys. I appreciate it. And it's 8:20 in Friday morning down there. Well, Tom, thank you for being with us from Australia. This guy's awesome. And that's it. I'm glad we caught you guys. Thanks so much. And we'll talk next time.